live after just beating the game. Uh, Unfortunate, not being able to see the final chapter live on stream. Very unfortunate. But I did it. I finally did it. It took some time. I had gotten distracted with something. I took a longer break in between the when I thought in between me being like, all right, here's chapter 18, and then I'd cut stream, and then took just small breaks, and then I got caught up in something, and then I was like, got to it. And the fucking final battles, oh my god, okay. Oh, where to begin? Where's the direction? Where do I start talking about this? Where do I begin? What do I say? First, I'll say that I massively enjoyed it. Not only the game, but the finale was good. I think those final fights were fun. So over the top. That was to be expected. Ooh. Oh, the feelings. Oh my god. It's about... It's a lot of what I thought was going to happen. I think I started the series saying that I had a feeling this was all going to be different, that they were going to want to be different. It was going to want to be different. Nomura had done some interviews like, "Oh, we can change some things," and yeah. Oh my god. I don't even know where to begin. So yeah, you can see here on the screen, it's like, oh, you can chapter select, you can do hard. What is this? Play log. A record of your adventure can be viewed from... Log contains information from battle records to story branches. Other new features. Bonus EXP and AP. You will now earn twice as much EXP and 3 times as much AP. Oh, buddy. New combat simulator. New combat simulator has become accessible from Hojo's lab. Test out. Select chapter 17. Chapter 17 from chapter selection. Skipping the bike minigame. The bike minigame can now be skipped from the pause menu. Okay. That's all well and good. Thanks, game. Okay, where to fucking begin? So, like I said, I enjoyed that ending. I think those final fights... those final fights were good. I kind of like the whole, like, the fact that it was like, oh, it's a massive thing, you can't fight the massive thing, fight these smaller things, parts of it, weaken it. I thought that was all good. The fight with Sephiroth was interesting enough. I like how you, again, almost similar to the other thing, slowly getting other members of your team. There were some very close calls throughout the whole thing for me. So that was good. But story-wise, oh my goodness. Yeah, like I was saying, it is a lot of what I expected. Kind of, in a way. The ending was them basically establishing that they're going to be totally fine with changing, especially from this point onward. In future parts, like, they're totally comfortable with changing anything, which I think is good. I'm firmly in the camp of original is its own thing, and if you want to stick with original and what that story was, that's that. Remake is remake for a reason. And I don't know. I think this would have way less impact for me if it was just completely remake the game and whatever, but it's the same exact story. Like, it would still be great, probably, but for me, this hits much differently. in a good way, I would say. Um, Getting messages because I was talking. No. Okay. I'm getting messages asking about Crisis Core and shit. Crisis Core. Uh, yeah, that's the other thing. Wow. Yes, Crisis Core. Zach. Alive. Not dead. Uh, I love Zach. I'm glad he's back. Uh, I had like this rush of all, essentially a rush of all the emotions I had back when I had finished Crisis Core way back in the day. One of the few, one, two, three maybe of games that in my life I actually probably cried a bit from the ending of that game. That game is super sad and fucking hit me even back in the day when I was a kid. But I think it's massively interesting to think future parts can have Zach and just the dynamic between introducing Zach into this group with Aerith, with Cloud, with Tifa, like all that. That's gonna be interesting. God, I'm gonna lie awake in bed tonight, just being like, oh, when are we gonna get fucking part 2 to this thing? My mind is all over the place. I don't know where to focus on certain stuff. I don't know whether I discuss my whole opinions on the game in general, which are fairly positive, just the ending, the implications of the ending. Saying people who are complaining that it deviates too much from the original, telling them to get over it. I'm thinking a lot about how great of a game this would be if you don't even know anything about the original. Like, I still stay, like, I remember midway through my gameplay of this, I was like, I told someone who never played the original, like, you'd probably still enjoy this game. But does this, and yeah, you probably could still get a lot of enjoyment of playing this game. But that whole ending thing might not hit the same. And that might be, like, you could, it would just be like a square type ending. Like, it would just be like, oh, it's craziness, but it doesn't necessarily, you wouldn't get, like, why it's impacting or the difference. Like, if you knew even nothing about kind of like Crisis Core a bit, that changes the impact of that little scene. It's all a lot. It's a lot. Zach, man. Zach. Ugh. Zach. As the credits were rolling here, I went back and just found somewhere on YouTube just the ending thing of Crisis Core. Just for that to hit me again while the credits were rolling. I was like, no! Oh my god. Oh. Oh. I'm a wreck. My mind's everywhere. Can't focus thoughts. Where do I go? I need to be playing something for for the ramblings to start coming through. Should I save? I should probably save. I want part 2. I want playable Zack. Want playable Red 13? Let's meet Yuffie. I want it all. Where is the chapter select thing? Okay. I wasn't even paying much attention to the... When replaying a chapter using chapter selection, quests, and story data, we temporarily... I can't talk. Can't speak. It's too much. It was too much today. Data will be temporarily reset. You'll retain all required collectibles, such as music discs and manuscripts. Completing a chapter will update your previous play data, but switching to a new one midway through will cause you to lose your current progress for that chapter. Completing a chapter will update your previous play data. Okay, so once you choose a chapter, you're going to want to finish it, from what I am reading. But switching to a new one midway through will cause you to lose your current progress for that chapter. Yeah, so if you're replaying a chapter, you're going to want to kind of finish the chapter, from what I get. Manuscripts. Some manuscripts can only be obtained in hard difficulty. Manuscripts. What the fuck are manuscripts? Manuscripts. Am I gonna replay this game on hard mode? Almost for certain. Probably not on stream. The hell are manuscripts? Am I missing like big old thing? Does it just mean story bits and baubles? I have to go to the internet really quick. Final Fantasy VII Remake manuscripts. Am I just dumb? I'm probably just dumb. Oh, manuscripts. Oh, the fucking... The SP book things. I don't think I once called them manuscripts. I probably read the word. They probably use that term. And I'm like, the book things. The things that increase SP. It makes sense, because I remember... So I think, yeah, in hard mode, a lot of the manuscripts and shit, I think you get a lot more manuscripts in hard mode to kind of balance out the difficulty. So you get SP to kind of balance out some of that, I think, from what I remember. Manuscripts. Okay. So I assume if I go... Yeah. Well, do I replay then? Or do I just play everything through hard? I assume I just play everything through hard on the same save. I was thinking, oh, let's just replay the whole game. But from what I can tell, it looks like I can probably just go chapter by chapter and do hard mode. So that'll be fun. Oh, wait. Let me check what this is. Battle intel reports completed. I assume you get one after I do the magic thing. Coliseum challenges completed. Yep, the two things I missed with Aerith. Go back and do Shinra combat simulation battles. Shit ton. Odd jobs completed. Missing 2 that I think you have to branch a certain different way. Missing 4 enemy intel. Enemies assessed. Weapon abilities learned. Enemy skills learned. There's only 4 enemy skills. Lots of manuscripts missed. All music discs collected. And then, yeah, Cloud's dresses, Tifa's dresses, Aerith's dresses. Want to go do that. Chapter 14 resolutions witnessed. Chapter 14 resolutions witnessed. Chapters cleared on hard difficulty. So I'm kind of stuck. I mean, it would be fun to do some of this stuff on stream. The non-just hard difficulty things. Like, whatever the fucking... Shinra combat simulation battles. Even so far as doing the other dress stuff. Doing the other battle intel reports. But, like... I don't know if that would be worth it to do on stream. I might just call this it. Like, this is it. I'll do this stuff and then all the hard mode chapters. I do like this play log though. This is good that it's all visualized there. Because I feel like I could do this. I could 100% this. I feel deep within my bones that off stream I would want to and could do this all. Especially if I do hard difficulty. Get up to the max, whatever cap. I'm sure probably level 50 is probably like the cap, if I'm guessing by the trophy stuff. So if I get a bit of levels, do hard mode, get those SP book things. It should be interesting. Go back and scan the people that I fucking missed. I thought it said there was like gonna be like a story progression, like a looking thing, but I guess they just meant whatever this is. Weapon abilities learned. Yeah, I'm gonna have a lot of thoughts as I'm going to bed and shit. I thought I would come back to stream for this finale discussion thing and have like a million things to say, but it's just hard for me to like be like, well, where do I start? Because I just immediately, my mind just goes everywhere. And I usually when I see like the ending of a game or something, I'm like, I need to just like take a step back for like a day, process everything. I will say I thoroughly did enjoy this game. I know I was making jokes on Twitter maybe like a week or two ago when I was doing the whole chapter 9 bits, doing the whole wall market thing, and I think I made some joke of just like, someone's gonna have to prevent me from saying some bold claims about this game. Again, I'll take some time and step back, but damn, this has got to be probably up there on the list of my favorite games, just for what it does. Because there's talk about alternate timelines and shit. There's a timeline where this game comes out and it's not good. It is massively bungled, as Square could always possibly do. And to be fair, Nomura could totally have bungled this whole thing, especially because it seemed like there could have been. Man, it's like was teetering on the edge for so long. But yeah, this is probably going to be up there on my list of favorite games because, like I said, this did everything I kind of wanted it to do. Sure, it was fun, great as hell, looked great, great music, whatever. Story-wise, this is what I wanted in Remake. I didn't want just a retelling of the same story. I want something different. And the potential for the future installments is high, I would say. Because they're now established that they're fine with just going off the rails at this point. It was funny because there's that part where Sephiroth's like, basically the, whatever that term is, but he's standing in for us, but also standing in for like the creators of the game. and being like, at this, I forget the exact fucking lines. I didn't like write it down or anything, but it was basically just like, from this, he says something like, from this point forward, nothing else. This hasn't been seen, or it's gonna bug me now that I can't get it. But basically, that that's the creators being like, all right, from this point forward, it's, you know, all no hold barred. I did say, and one thing I had predicted was like, oh, Aerith not gonna die. Psh. Technically I'm right. Aerith is not dead. And I guess in theory she could still die at some point, either the same way or technically a different way, or some other character could die. Who knows? We just didn't reach like that point technically in the story, but we also got flashed that whole thing when everyone. The very interesting, like during the fight, that final fight with the weird things, the trio of weird things, where we got those like fucking brain blasts / that's so Raven, predicting future whatever things, where Red 13's like, when Cloud asks like, what are these? And Red 13's like, those are visions of what could happen if we don't beat this thing, if we don't defy fate. And one of the things that are flashed is the whole Aerith dying and, you know, thing. So one's to assume that that's all being pointed out and basically almost explicitly said that, like, hey, we're avoiding that whole timeline of Aerith, you know, dying. And you'd assume that this is being set up because, I mean, even if I hadn't had that thought, the amount that they had fleshed into this whole thing, and you know that Nomura loves these characters, and you know that people love Aerith in general, and he knows that people love Aerith, right? You could have told me, even if I didn't know, you know, the whole Nomura being like, oh, maybe can change things in the story, you know, whatever he said in that interview many, many years ago. Even if you got me a bit through this game, I would have just been like, oh, there's no way. They're not going to off these characters that way because it's great. The characters are great. At least that's how I think about that. Oh, I keep just wanting to say Zack for some reason. The fucking Zack living. That scene was so good because the scene in Crisis Core, very sad. You have that unwinnable fight, shot down, holds his last stand. I forgot how brutal it was when I went back and saw the clip of the end, like I said, while the credits were rolling. Fucking goes black. The dude, a Shinra guy, goes over him with a gun and just shoots him point blank several times after the whole fight is done. He's basically there lying bloody, and then Cloud goes to him, Zack has some parting words, passes off the sword. Cloud screams, very sad, and then there's some other extra stuff, but here, the main reason I was bringing that up, the fucking scene where Zack, we see the scene where he's about to have that final stand, and then it goes off, we're doing our thing, comes back, and he's still standing there, still up, and he's like, I made it through. And that's, at that point, I screamed. I was like, fuck. They're bringing Zack back. Zack back. Zack is back. And now, part 2, we can get Zack doing some squats with the gang. We know how much he loves squats. Ugh, the interaction, potentially, is, I don't even know how they're going to pull it off. I assume Cloud's got to remember Zack. The whole thing with Aerith. Even Tifa? craziness. I probably won't stay much longer. Like I said, I thought I could go for like an hour, and I also thought I was gonna honestly stay on and do like things that I didn't get to. Like I was gonna go and rectify the whole Aerith doing the Coliseum matches that I didn't get to do. But I think I'm leaning towards this just being it. I assume there's not going to be any massive like story DLC things. Um, I'll probably do cleanup and then all the hard. I'll probably do cleanup stuff first and then do hard mode chapter playthroughs after that, and just do that all off stream. Because for a second I thought I would do it on stream, but I don't think it's worth seeing me just kind of bumble around through the chapter select doing a couple of stuff. But yeah, I wonder how I'll feel after I sleep on this and then wake up and then sit at work tomorrow and think about this whole damn game. I think this game was great. We'll see if that comes down a bit, how high I'm actually thinking this game is. But it was fun. It was fun as hell. Like I said, I think there was a very close timeline where this game comes out, and it's kind of bungled. I'll be honest, as big of a fan of Kingdom Hearts that I am, this game makes Kingdom Hearts 3 look a little bad, especially pre-DLC, the Remind DLC. Like if we take base game Kingdom Hearts 3, this makes that look somewhat bad. I'll just put this out there. I still like Kingdom Hearts 3, but it makes I feel personally that it makes that look a little worse. Like part of me wants to say something cruel, not cruel, but like this is like how like the ending to this whole thing and how they're playing off how the original is its own thing and whatever. Like that's kind of like it feels like what Nomura wishes he almost could have done with Kingdom Hearts 3 with the convolutedness of the story. And I say convolutedness in heavy quotes and shit. But yeah, not great. Not a great day for Kingdom Hearts 3, I'd say. I still like Kingdom Hearts 3, but I'm just saying. I'm just trying to be honest here. Let's be completely real. So, yeah, off stream, I will almost for certainly... Basically, the way they built the play log, basically, this is it. I assume these are all the things that you need to do to get the Platinum Trophy as well, excluding, like, the... like really weird one-off things. Like I have to go back and do the original bike chapter and do well enough where Jesse, I think, like smooches me on the cheek or something, from what I gather from it. So I gotta like play that, and that's not gonna be reflected here in the play log. But other than that, like this is all the like the two missions I didn't hit, the the dresses I've got to all go do, all the hard mode runs. I think it'll be good though. This was a hell of a game. Super fun series to stream and play. I mean, history-wise, this was the first series and game we played with the new mic setup. So better mic. It'll for the history of this channel. This will always be the first game I played with the new mic I bought and everything. So that's somewhat cool. But yeah. This was a nice little series. As far as what's next for the channel and stream, remember, since this is pretty much done and I won't be streaming this anymore, may or may not stream tomorrow. I might be busy with a couple of things, and if I'm not busy with one of those couple of things, I'll probably just play this on my own off stream, just continuing to do things on it. But then I'd say Tuesday, potentially Wednesday, Thursday. Back to more, we'll start picking back up awkward drumming streams. I still really need to finish side stuff in Yakuza 0. That'd be nice to just kind of get through. A revisit to Death Stranding would be interesting for current times, and probably should do that sooner rather than later. And then, of course, as I don't know if I mentioned this on stream. I definitely did it on Twitter. We're going to dip the new big game, again, quotes, big game that we're going to do is going to be 428 Shibuya Scramble. It'll be somewhat different for the channel here, somewhat of a visual novel type game, which should be somewhat interesting, I think. And I've heard some decent things about that game, so that should be actually quite a departure from this game, but still fun. I appreciate everyone who's watched the stream, especially for the series. It was great. I appreciate it. Followed the channel along the way. That's also massively appreciated. Just one away from 50. That's dope. I'll work on getting this little nub of a stream and the earlier 8-hour behemoth of a thing up on the archive. Fun. But yeah, like I said, most likely tomorrow, no stream tomorrow night after work, and we'll be back most likely Tuesday. So unless I can think of something in the next like 10 seconds to say, I'm sure I'll probably have more thoughts about the game come Tuesday when I'm back online while I'm drumming and shit. I assume that's probably how this is gonna roll. Give me like 2 days to think about this, and I'll probably have a lot to say. All right. I hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday. It's been fun. It's been a crazy ass Sunday. I guess when you consider I've 8 hours on stream, this little 30-minute thing, and then about how long did I play? Like the final chapter 18 was like 2 hours or so. So I probably played this game for 12 hours or so to finally, not 12, 10 hours. Did the math wrong. 10 hours or so to finish this. I had to finish this weekend. I couldn't have let this sit another week. Jesus. Okay. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Prep for the week ahead. Hopefully it doesn't destroy you. Whether that be physically, emotionally, mentally. Take care. Be good. Do good. And see you in a couple days. Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate it. And stay cool. I don't know. Some other closing.